Welcome back. Welcome back to today's video. I have an amazing one for you today. This is just, you know, my walk around with the IS300. And, you know, she's back. She's back. It's been a week since I've got her back. And I figured now is probably the time to do the little walk around and show you what to make this car so special and why it's not like any other IS300 today. Dare I say, the cleanest IS300 in the state of Illinois? Yes, yes I do. And let me show you why. So the history with this car, as some of you may know, this is a car, it's an 02 manual from Texas. It is a factory manual, factory LSD, 2JZ GE engine in it. It's fantastic, and I have loved this car ever since I've had it, and then it blew up. So the car blew up about a year ago, and what had happened was that it overheated, and I was driving to work, and like a dumb I just kept on driving, but of course it was just a ticking time bomb and the engine blew. And so we had to get the entire thing redone, and thank you to my friends over at Up Garage. Yoshi-san, thank you so much for getting this car ready to go. The car ended up needing a lot of custom parts, and so what ended up happening was that the head warped. They said by 2 millimeters, which for a head is significant, and they said almost unusable, if completely unusable. And so they had to shave it down and had to get a 2 millimeter Tomei head gasket from Japan, and that took 7 months to get. On top of that, the shim valves were also so altered because he had to drill through them because there was so much of a gap at this point that they had to custom make all of the shims for it as well. So the entire engine had to undergo a lot to just get to that point, but she's finally back and she's good. The car is in its break-in period right now, so I can't rip it and I can't do anything crazy, so I will not be showing any of that at this time. It needs 1,000 miles. It's only been a week, and I put like 500 miles into it, and this is the perfect weather. This is the first nice day in Chicago. It's like 75 degrees out. Beautiful, sun's just blaring at us. I'm shooting away from the sun so that I'm not blinded. In camera, the car looks orange, but it's red. Okay, so I may take back what I said. The engine bay is pretty dirty, so maybe not the cleanest IS300 in Illinois, but the exterior is pretty good. I just need Bryant to help me out and detail the engine bay because I'm not good at it, so I'm gonna call on some friends for that one. This is what it is. Like I said, it was Tomei internals now, Tomei head gasket. There's an engine short ram intake here, a Koyo Rad intercooler, which was installed for the whole overheating process. All of this, I'm keeping NA. I'm keeping the car as reliable as possible because it's going to be a street drift car, and that's the entire point. And so I want to keep this car as reliable as possible, so it's going to be a NA. I'm not turboing this car yet. Maybe in the future, but not right now. Everything by Yoshi was done super well. The intercooler looks fantastic in here. It's a great car, and I say this right now as I have a misfire, so I just have to change the spark plugs out, but I think I have a cylinder 4 misfire, which is, it's whatever. But, you know, these are just things, growing pains with the car as it's been breaking in. But other than that, to be honest with you, I mean, honestly, like I said, this car's been sitting for like a year. It just needs to get a little cleaned up, and once it is, it's gonna be great. So, Bryant, I need you, buddy. I need help. The exterior has been always a big compliment to this car. Everyone talks about how clean this car is. The car is completely unmolested. There's literally no modifications to it. The exterior at all, it's completely stock. But I do want to get a TRD lip kit. So if anyone knows where I can get one, let me know, because that's what I want. Let's give you the walk around. So I still have fender liner, which is awesome because, as you know, the Scion doesn't have any anymore. Front bumper, like, look how clean this thing is. Like, it's crazy how clean this car is. There's just very minor rock chips, but like the rest of the car is pretty decent. Small little rust spot there, but like the rest of the car looks great. And this car is an 02, so it's fantastic. I do want to get this removed. Maybe I'll do that when the lip kit comes in. The wheel setup we'll talk about in a minute, but like the whole under panel, everything, like this car is in immaculate condition. The fenders are not rolled. I probably will have to roll them for the fitment that I want to run. For like street use, I'm probably going to run 18 by 8.5. For drift use, probably 17 by 9. That is what I'm going to try. We'll see. I do have my grand lights, which are 18 by 8.5. That video is here, and it was a long time ago, so I still have the pair. I'm still looking for the other 2 gram lights, 18 by 8.5. If you have a pair in Chicago, let me know. It rained yesterday, so it needs a little bit of a wash, but the rest of the car has had no issues. Like it's beautiful. I do have an HKS high power exhaust that came with the car. That's the literal only other mod that it has, is just exhaust intake. HKS really did a good job with the 2JZ engine and to make it sound amazing. Like I said, I can't do much about it. I can only rev it up to like 4,000. Okay, I'm gonna do that for you. Only for you guys. Okay, like I said, I could only go to 4,000, so this thing redlines at I think like 6.5 or something like that. So, and it does pop at redline, so can't do that right now. The taillights, which IS300 taillights are known to warp and get ugly. Mine right one is pretty good, but like I said, they're known to do that. So my right one, or I'm sorry, my left one, a little warpage there, but I have taillights in mine, so those are gonna change. All right. So my wheel setup, they are Koenig Unknowns, is the actual model name, is Koenig Unknown. They're 18 by 8, they're 18 by 8s, I believe. They're not exactly the look that I'm going for. Back when this car was like done and when these wheels were bought, I believe it was like 05, 06. And for that nostalgic reason, that's exactly what they look like. Even for like wheels that are almost 15 years old, they look great. Like the chrome is still pretty good. It's good. It's not my style, but it's good. I do have power stop rotors and brakes, so these are pretty nice. They're that drilled and slotted rotor for the street, and I actually really like them. Let's move on to the interior. The interior of this car, don't mind my Panera lemonade. I kind of needed that today. I'm showing this to you guys like just as how it is. Like I was driving around. I dropped Tiffany off for a photo shoot, and I was like, you know what, I'm out here anyways. This is the car, like literally as I live it, and I haven't cleaned it at all. The leather is still in fantastic condition. The leather is still pretty good. Sure, it's worn, but there's no rips in the leather, which is amazing. In any seat, no seats have a rip in it. My floors are whatever. The steering wheel, still pretty good. The gauge, my favorite part of this entire car, the Lexus gauges are so cool. I do have a sticky dash though, it kind of sucks. IS300s are known to have some like sticky dash issues, and because this car is from Texas originally, that's kind of where that came from. This is still all original infotainment system. I do have a likewise shift knob, factory manual. It's awesome. Take a look at the back seats with my walkie in case we do rollers. If you want rollers, let me know. Project Rebuild to help fund this thing is still going on. I have some original floor mats, and like look at, it's pretty good. Like I said, I haven't vacuumed or anything, but for this car sitting for like a year, it's doing pretty great. I mean, look at the leather, man. The leather is still super immaculate, and like I said, no rips anywhere. Water bottle, my Legends hat, shout out Dustin. So that's that. I mean, look at this. I mean, the whole everything. There's no rust. Seriously, anywhere. It's amazing. That's pretty much the whole car. It's been an awesome experience to even have this car, and the suspension as it stands right now is really good. Like it plants and it sticks and it just rips around. So I have no issues with it. As mentioned in some of my other videos, there's like this little Easter egg. It says Sid did it for tip And I don't know if that's because these cars are pinstripe from the factory, or I really don't know. So, and the other side says that Sid did it for Chuck. So I'm not really sure what that is or why it is there, but it's there, you know. Like I said, the project rebuild is still happening. So it's a special project pricing sheet that I'm doing only because I'm trying to fund this car. This is really a special opportunity. If you've ever wanted my work, please reach out to me, DM me on Instagram, leave me a comment down below on YouTube, and just let me know. Now that this car is back up and running, I'm really excited to come out and see you guys and just hopefully throw some meets. I've got some cool stuff planned, including a couple track days. So that's coming. Is it a track day with this thing or something else? Who knows? But I've got some really cool stuff planned for the rest of the summer. I need to know, what kind of videos do you guys want to see with this car? Literally any suggestion that you want. I've got a couple in mind, but whatever you guys want to see, I'll try to make it happen. So that is that. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I will see you next week. Hopefully see you on the other side.